Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of my Berserk manga read through, where last time we read through the Casca chapters, Casca's backstory, which was chapters 15 to 17. We are now starting off with chapter 18. I'm very excited to get back into this. So we're moving on from Casca. Looks like we're heading back to the band of the Hawk. So let's jump right in and continue, because we're going to be covering a few chapters today, just a few. So we're running on through. So battle. We've lost countless comrades. Few old faces remain, yet still more people have joined us. Before I knew it, I too was a veteran. Having Griffith trust me deeply made me realize my own worth. I want to be at his side. I want to be something he can't do without in achieving his dream. I believed that wish would come true. I was able to believe. Until that day. And that day is a lovely scene of Guts defeating Bezuzo. So I believed that wish would come true, and was able to believe until that day. Now, the day you showed up. Now, this is called Prepared for Death, Chapter 1, and something to keep in mind is different versions of the manga have different chapter titles, different translations. So while this one might be called Prepared for Death, there are other ones. The other version with like the releases call it Ready to Die. It's essentially, there's a lot that's like the same. So I'm kind of going with, because I've got like a chapter listing for when I need to see what I'll be recording and reading through for the next episodes. So there will be some differentiation in titles of chapters, but in this manga that we're reading, it's called Prepared for Death, but in the physical version, like the deluxe edition, it would be different. I've kind of had that pop up here and there from what I've seen, but until the day that you showed up. So Prepared for Death, Chapter 1, and we're back with Casca and Guts. Do you remember that day? What Griffith said to you on the top of the hill? I want you. Yeah, those words. He never says anything like that. Griffith had never said such a thing to anyone, nor has he since then. You know, I couldn't stand it. You got Griffith to say that to you so easily. I envied you. But even so, I tried to convince myself that Griffith wanted you, just for your strength. But Griffith, so calm and composed, always gets impulsive when it comes to you. It's as if... Griffith relies on you, you know. And yet you're selfish. You just run off, not thinking of consequences. Grabs him by the shoulders. Huh? What I can't forgive is that selfishness of yours. The fact that you've almost gotten Griffith killed. I don't care if you get yourself killed on some battlefield, but the Band of the Hawk, I won't let you take Griffith's dream down with you. Gus is just like, I'm in a vulnerable position here. You're the one who changed Griffith that way, and I can't forgive you. Why is it? Why? Why does it have to be you? Why? She then cries into his chest. It's such an interesting shot of them both. Silence, but then we have the noise of armor rattling nearby. Guts catches this sound. Casca, get your head down there. What the? Shh. Keep your head down. Oh, look at those helmet designs. They're so cool. Look at that dude's proportions. Look how short is the dude in the middle. Look how short his legs are. I guess there's like that little bit under the belt. So that his legs aren't actually short, but it's just very unfortunately drawn where it looks like his legs start at a particular point, which is so funny. But the armor's covering the top part of his legs. Look at these helmets, so cool. Hey, you sure this is it? No doubt, man. But come on, ain't they dead by now? They fell off that cliff. Doesn't matter. Ceridon swore he'd pay the bounty whether they're dead or alive. And hey, after all, they're the Band of the Hawk's captain and woman commander. Let's look a little more downstream. The bodies could have washed away in this fast current. If we don't move, some others will beat us to it. Hey, for the fever, drink it. No real time to waste. We'll leave as soon as the sun sets. Guts is very medically inclined, isn't he? Like last episode he's doing mouth to mouth, like resuscitating Casca. Doesn't know what a period is, but then he's just like, here, for this fever that you have. Here's this thing, which will definitely cure it, even though I don't even know what the hell's going on. And we cut to them, all armored up, walking through the forest. What's wrong? What the hell? Women are such royal pains. No physical strength. Things go to their heads so damn fast. Ah, there we go. And periods to top it off. Just look at you. We know that he's being a little bitch on purpose to motivate her and to get her mate angry and so he can move along. You know, he doesn't actually mean this. I guess they just ain't cut out for it. Battle, that is. What do you know? What would I know? I'm a man. So Casca yells, what do you know? What would I know? I'm a man. What I do know is this. There's no way you're going to sit here like this forever because of your woman's problem. It doesn't matter to the enemy if you're a woman or whatever. They might actually like it, you know. Huh. And she gets up. Let's go. Guts gives a smirk because he knows that he doesn't mean any of that at all. He's trying to get her to move, otherwise it means death. Except for the fact that while they walk, arrow flies right through. Guts pushes Casca out of the way, and the arrow just narrowly misses her. Guts stands in front of her ready to protect. But they are very much surrounded. Very much surrounded. In a black swordsman era, for Guts, this would be no problem at all. He'd just like swing his sword and they'd all be dead in one hit. This is probably going to be slightly different, however. But look at them all. Swarms of them. Where'd they all come from? Huh? There they are. Ah, there he is. So you're alive! Ha ha! You make me happy, boy. Yo. Looking lively yourself, pal. Impudence! Luck or not, I'm through being given a hard time by a low-life lout like you. As a proud knight of Tudor, it annoys me to no end. I won't just kill you either. Once you're my prisoner, I'll personally administer the torture technique passed down through my Koborowitz family for 200 years. You'll get your fill of hell on earth with the 100-year convulsive death. Overkill. You sure hold a grudge. The hell's that? Well, same to you. If you surrender quietly, very well. If you defy me, I'll chop off an arm or two. Just as long as you survive. As for the woman, she'll be a toy for my men here. Maybe you'd better rethink that one. She's a nightmare. She'll bite it right off. Bet she would. Casca's like, oi, stop it. You dare provoke me? Take them! And they all charge right in. Look at these armor designs. They're great. They're such like a mismatch. It's such a mismatch of designs, which is great. Just like all of this like random armor, just like cobbled and scrapped together. Where Guts just sends this dude to the Shadow Realm. Dead right on the ground. More of them charge. Swords in the air. Now it's Casca's turn. Casca being like super quick. Slicing and dicing. Head removed from body. And then back to back. See, if Guts was alone, this would probably be much more of a struggle for him. But Casca's very dexterous, which is great. You've done enough for me. Fair enough. That's great. That's the end of Prepared for Death. Number 1. We get an interesting shot of Casca. Alright, so we'll move into chapter 19. Alright, we continue as we have loaded up the next chapter with Guts and Casca facing down a small army in Prepared to Death, chapter 2. Ah, don't falter! There's 2 of them! More than 2 of you attack at once! Take them all on, baby! Only to witness goddamn eyeballs coming out of sockets and bodies getting chopped in half. You don't mess with Guts and Casca. An incredible force to be reckoned with. He's done this move before. When they all try and stab him with the spears at the same time, he ducks and they all clash, and then he's just like, oh, he's jumped up this time instead of ducking. And he's just like, hey, what if I just completely fucking... Oh. Dental appointment. Sword right down the throat. And then proceeds to slam him right into the goddamn ground. I always love how I can identify when there are eyeballs. You can always spot the eyeballs. I always think that's really funny. Casca with the very quick and easily deflect. She's too quick. Casca's way too quick. Very nimble. They're very good because Guts and Casca together. One's got a very heavy-handed, aggressive fighting style that's very heavy and dangerous. And Casca's very nimble, very quick and deadly. So I love how they complement each other by going up against these guys, because whoever they choose to fight, they're pretty much both screwed. She got my artery! Yeah, she's how she's aiming for those weak points, right? And disabling them while Guts is straight up dismembering them. But Casca would have been learning her fighting style from Griffith. How Griffith got Guts under the arm as well, and took him out for days. And there they are, back to back. So they fight, and they've got all this tension between each other when shit's going wrong, and they've got all this aggression and jealousy and envy towards each other. But when they're in battle, they work really well together. Worthless, every last one of them. Samson! Samson! Yeah, bro! Fucking big boy. It's always the big boy that they want to summon. Every army makes the same mistake going up against Guts. We're get the biggest soldier we have. And historically, how has that worked out? Historically, how has that worked out? Second in command of the Blue Whale Ultra Heavy Armored Fierce Assault Annihilation Knight Corps, Samson! He's my little brother, and in our corps, he's a warrior second only to myself. The thickness of Samson's armor is 3 times ordinary plate. Even if he were buried in a rock slide, it wouldn't even be dented. And his iron bowl can smash a water buffalo's skull with 1 strike. All that'd be left of a human are chunks of flesh. Go, show no mercy, but show them our Corvalwit's pride. Out of the way. Out of the way, boys. I'm coming in. With my stupid looking armor. What freakish strength. A direct hit from that would shatter a sword. But I can't dodge that ball in my condition. What now? What now, you say? Take one look into Guts' eyes. Take one look into Guts' eye. And you know what's about to happen. Ball comes smashing on through. That shot in particular is fucking amazing. And that's the thing I tell you about. There's always like these shots where they completely derive the eyeballs of all humanity and emotion in particular shots. And he goddamn makes impact with it. He smacks it back. He blocked that. He's like, sheer force of will. Right into... Dude, right into that dude's face. Ah, he hit it back. Bastard! Swings it on down once again. All of the speed lines. Like, quick. We don't want to do this over multiple panels. Just do it in one. Deflect all the shots. Ridiculous. He's stopping all of Samson's strikes. Aha! They're so fast. He hasn't got time to dodge. No. With his skills, it should be possible for Guts to dodge and counterattack. There's no need for him to damage his sword taking this head on. Is it my fault? He's blocking, he's protecting Casca. He's wounded. Huh. Looks like the arrow wound you got protecting the woman hasn't quite healed yet, has it? Huh? Hey. I'll buy you a chance. Hightail it through the forest. But then... What are you doing? He's wounded. Go on and settle this. And in he comes. Samson comes in for a final blow. This time, though, Guts' swing blocks it to the point where it shatters. Shatters the ball. Smashes it right open, which is great. Ah! And goodbye, Samson. As it gets... Oh, actually, he pulls up the shield to block it, and it goes right through the shield, right into the head, and goodbye, sweet prince. With the eyeballs. So one thing Mira loves to do in these shots, where Guts is tearing people apart, is we got to have the eyeballs popping out, left, right, and center. Skidoosh. Death. Ah! Now! Don't just stand there and stare. Get moving. But, what are you doing? Run, fool! No, I can't do that. I just can't run off alone. Fire! Shoot the woman to death! And this is her hesitance, which is going to cost them. As they all fire the barrage of arrows right into Casca. Oh man, and Guts stands right in the way, trying to shield her as much as possible. Takes an arrow right to the arm, gets one into the cloak, into the cape. Ha! You dolt, laughable. Not once, but twice, for just one woman. What a simpleton. That prick. Being laughed at by him pisses me off. Why? Why? Shakes his hand away. Don't get the wrong idea. Sick as you are, you're just in my way. So get lost. It ain't my way to run off. Besides, I got a score to settle with Bright Boy. It's like you said before. Maybe I'm satisfied just as long as I can swing my sword around. This right by you? Dying? In a place like this? Here. This worthless place. Is this where it ends for you? Is what you want that cheap? A sword returns to the sheath, right? Go back. Don't be scared, surround them. Go to your sword master. Go to Griffith. It's the end of Prepared to Death, Chapter 2. So Guts trying to get Casca to be like, leave. Go on and live your life. Do you want to die in a worthless place like this? Get the hell out of here. Return to Griffith. And another shot of the two of them. Before we will move into chapter 20. The next chapter. I'll be continuing on straight with the battle. All of the pieces of Samson on the floor where Guts has removed his helmet and it bounces along the wreckage. With a smile. As he faces down all of the knights. In Prepared for Death, chapter 3, which is an amazing panel there. Look at that. Look at this shot of his eyes, and then when he just like slices right through. That's incredible. That's a great shot. What? Don't just stand there. Go now. She turns and runs. I swear I'll come back with the others. Until then, don't die. Don't let her escape. Kill her. Hang on. You can chase girls after you've done your job. Bunch of wage thieves. Son of a bitch. Oh. Skull Crusher. My god. Look at that explosion out of the back of the head. So quick. Yeah, guys, you picked the wrong fight. You picked the wrong fight. Don't mess with this boy. What is this guy? He cuts down fully armored men like they were ground cherries. They go flying with every stroke. Nobody told me the enemy had someone like him. They should be known by reputation. You know Casca's reputation as the woman commander. And you doubt her, but don't doubt Guts. And then they've learned not to doubt Casca either. My sword's dull. It doesn't cut too well, although it's over 3 times thicker and heavier than a regular one. If one hit don't kill you, you'd wish it had. Huh, damn you. All of you. What are you waiting for? No matter how skilled he is, he's just one wounded man. It's no big deal, just surround him. There were 100 of us. Yeah, but that don't mean we'd want to die. Won't anyone here get revenge for Samson? Should we? He's the one who got himself killed. You call yourselves proud knights? Proud knights of Tudor? We're just mercenaries, man. Whoever takes his head, I guarantee you 3, no, 5 times the bounty, and you'll be put in charge of 100 men. 5 times? What do you think? What do you think I think? I bet he can't move too well with those wounds. If about 5 of us were to take him. You go first. All of us at once. Maybe I ought to leave too. All together now! Die! Right. That's how mercenaries get things done! And then we've transitioned to Casca running on back. She trips and falls. Right on down to the ground. Pursuers! 4. No, 5. Someone jumps down off the cliff to try and take her out. Casca slices right through him effortlessly. And another one with a mace. Gets kicked right in the goddamn teeth. Oof. Dental appointment. Such a good shot of her standing there on the bodies. Hey, damn that bitch. As she continues to run back to Guts. Slicing and dicing right through these armored men. Dude, I love the different styles of this. Like, you can have like a panel like this, which is like all basically just drawn purely with speed lines, like all of the motion in these shots, and then you'll go to one like this where it's like a freeze frame of like the action almost, where you just get to watch a moment in time, you know, that is just like dismembering multiple limbs in one strike. on a pile of bodies. Oh, Jesus. Deflects a crossbow bolt right in his hand. He's taken so many hits. In rage silhouette. Yeah, I got dental appointment. I'm here to remove your teeth with my sword. Good. He left his hand totally. His left hand is totally messed up. Now he won't be able to swing that ridiculously big sword around so easily. Ha! Crushes it right in his hand. The arrow went through the armor on the other side of his hand. Now this has gotten interesting. My God, man. No use. I can't run anymore. And as soon as she falls down to the ground, there's another soldier right behind him. Right behind her. Swinging down. Why, you! Slice right across the throat, desperately. I must have gotten, like, right underneath, like, a helmet line. With more pursuers along the way. What she's going to do is desperately dodge. Until she gets hit on the arm. Yeah! You've caused us a lot of trouble, girlie. We'll put you out of your misery soon enough, but you stuck it into a bunch of our guys. So as thanks, we're going to stick it to you before you go. Don't look that way. We're going to give you some fun before you go to the afterlife. So much fun you'll thank us. And then, unfortunately, this is like really flashing back to the last episode where we had what happened to her as a child. Happen? Frustrated? Maybe you do command 1,000 men, but you're pretty cute in this position. Again, can't even shove a creep like him inside my arm. I feel so powerless. Don't think about biting your tongue. It'd be boring if you died now. Here. This worthless place. Is this where it ends for you? Go back. Go to your sword master. I won't bite my tongue. Oh? Ah, well, she's desperate now. This won't be as exciting if she don't struggle a bit. However, I won't let you have your way with me either. Oh my God, right in the eye. Right in the eye. That's our Casca. Yeah! You little... Dives for the sword. Picks it up only for a slew of arrows to come swinging on by and pierces the armor of that man. That's about far enough. Rescued by the Band of the Hawk. With Judo leading the charge. Judo gets his moment. That's about far enough. So good. She's the only woman for us, so she won't come cheap. The end of Prepared to Death, Chapter 3. Can have a look at Chapter 21, please. Chapter 21. Where it's got Guts in battle. Still. Just Guts being a plastic surgeon. Minus the plastic. Add a little bit of iron on a sword. Hello, facial reconstruction. Or should I say deconstruction? And this chapter is called Survival. Impossible. With one arm. He's killed off 100 men. This isn't just a fluke. What? There's still that many left? The sun's going to come up before I finish splitting your heads. My God. Don't falter. He can barely stand now. Fall upon him all at once. God damn. Guts taking blows, but dealing them out like twice as hard. What the hell am I doing? In this dumb place, risking my life so cheaply. Is it for her? No, probably not. Right now, no time to think. All there is now is how to cut, how to kill. That's all. Even these thoughts will slip my mind in time, and then, only, the beat of my heart still remains. God damn. Sorry about that. For the delay. It took a while to convince the powers that be. Hey. Hurry. Guts is... Hurry. Guts? What happened? This way. Hurry. Someone give her a hand. Forget about that. So I could get away, he stayed behind with all the enemy. If we don't hurry... Right, come on! Be in time, please be in time. Rushing and sprinting back to the battle. Here! And they've arrived to a wasteland of bodies. Just a slew of corpses littering the forest. Oh wow. You're kidding, right? There's almost 100 corpses. He couldn't have all by himself. Casca turns around in surprise to see a man leaning up against the tree. There's only one man it could be. Guts. Guts! Guts! Hey, this looks bad. Hey! Keep it down. Don't shake me. You'll just make the wounds worse. Guts! So good to see just the character development between Guts and Casca when you just give them like a moment in time alone, where you take them away from the group dynamic and like the envy and jealousy that they're feeling, and they let those feelings out. Especially Casca lets those feelings out, tells Guts about her, backstory, what's going on, and there has already been a change in character here for both of them, which is very noticeable and very natural. Back to camp. Move! Move! Clear the way! Open a path! Emergency! They're back! That bastard survived after all. Talk about stubborn. Rickert, Pippin, and Caucus. You're exaggerating. Let me off. I'll walk. Don't move. You'll hurt yourself. This is a disgrace. Ow. Ow. I said ow. Look, I ain't a ragdoll. How about being a little careful? Stop that. You're in bad shape enough as it is. Ugh, what a frightful man. Normally someone with that many wounds should have passed out long before now. So, how is he? He's a tough one. Well, I don't suppose his life is in danger, but he must rest. In other words, he's through for this campaign. Screw you. I'm fighting till the end of this campaign even if I have to crawl. You dolt, if you follow through with that, I can't guarantee your survival. Survival guarantee? What the hell's that got to do with war anyway? Fine then. I won't be responsible for the outcome. Do as you will. Well, in any case, thank goodness you two were able to make it back safe and sound. Guts lying there going, thinking, safe and sound? How? Safe and sound how? By the way, where's Griffith? A war council at headquarters. He left this morning. Oh. He won't be back until tomorrow. Interesting. And just when these two came back, bad timing. Casca, you don't need to be treated? I'm fine. Mine's not an injury. Pippin. Judo. Huh. And Rickert. Huh? How to sum up the three of them processing, what's wrong with the woman? Night falls at the camp. Oh yeah, we really weren't sure what would happen for a while there. I guess we've got Captain Guts to thank this time around. We must have really worried you all. Oh man, we're so relieved, sis. It's pretty cold for even Boss Griffith to go to a war council right now. Cut it out. Go back. Go to your swordmaster. Go to Griffith. Casca, could I see you for a bit? What? I thought I'd tell you something. When Griffith decided to send out a search party to find you two, The nobles around him strongly opposed his decision for various reasons. But Griffith said, and plainly, "Those two are vital to the Band of the Hawk. I will not lose them." Griffith said that? Yeah, that's a big deal, him saying all that. Truthfully, I was a tad jealous. And a tear comes to Casca's eye, for obvious reasons. Then there's this. Put some on the hero of the 100. Medicine? Puck. Is that Puck? There was an elf in a traveling entertainment troupe I used to work for years ago. He was good folk, and that's what he gave me when I was badly injured in an accident. Elf dust. Oh my god. Are we getting a hint of Puck's past? Judo ran into Puck in the past and gave him elf dust? That's great. Elf? No way. It's true. Well, I guess not too many people believe in them these days, but they really exist. Whether you believe in them or not doesn't matter, just that the powder is certified effective. I've escaped death even on the battlefield thanks to that stuff. That's the last of it. But something so valuable. Don't sweat it. It's a good deal if you think about it. 1 bag of medicine for 100 dead enemies. Thank you, Judo. Showing a soft side. What do you suppose happened? They did soften each other up a bit. And immediately already, like, Guts is back up again. He's like, I'm not staying down. Watching the stars with his sword. That is the end of survival. So we'll move into the next chapter now. Chapter 22. Which should be the Bonfire. It should be the Bonfire of Dreams. But this chapter will list it as the Campfire of Dreams. And there it is. The Bonfire of Dreams. Is this okay? You not resting? I feel too hot to sleep. This is the coolest place. Hey, don't move. The pain's fading. I got confused for a second. Because you obviously, but in between this panel, these panels, and this one, Casca is removing his bandages. But I was like, the elf dust removed his bandages for him. What's this stuff? Judo gave it to me. Mystical healing. Medicine, he said. Come on, turn around. It's not something you should worry about. Huh? That was something I did on my own. It wasn't really for your sake. Fighting is more my nature than running away. Just because it's your nature, you fought close to 100 enemies? Yeah. Besides, I had a score to settle with that dude. I was so into swinging my sword that I don't know what happened to him, though. But still, to be blunt, and I thought this then too, compared to what you're doing, me fighting with 100 men doesn't really matter. It ain't just you. Griffith's the same way. He's got something he'd bet his entire life on. I think that kind of thing's amazing. Compared to that, if I were to go out and fight 100 or 1,000 men, it wouldn't really be any big deal. That's what I thought. Guts. What a nice view. Yeah. You know, Gaston. He's my second in command. The army's not really Gaston's thing. Once the war's over, he plans to open a clothing shop in downtown Windham with the money he's saved up. He's more skilled than he looks. Nicole proposed to a woman, but she refused because she didn't want to be with a common soldier. He swears he'll get promoted to leading 100 men soon and propose again. He doesn't care how risky it'll be in battle. Well, I guess everyone's staked themselves on lost causes. So when I look out there, it's like each one of those lights contains tiny dreams and hopes. That's the way it looks. Bonfire of dreams. Huh. You smooth talker. You sound like some princess. Can it? But you're right. Maybe they've all brought their own individual little flames together here. You could scatter them just by blowing, so all those little flames throw themselves into the biggest bonfire. The blazing inferno, named Griffith. It's such a good scene. That's such a good scene. The silhouette of Griffith in flames. But you know, my flame ain't here. As for me, maybe I'm just warming myself by that campfire for a bit. Maybe I just stopped in by chance. Guts. As long as I have this, I'm confident I can survive any battle. That's how it's been up till now. Even before I joined the Band of the Hawk, no matter how badly the battle was lost, I myself was sure to survive. Like this time. But still, it don't really mean much. I was on the battlefield before I was old enough to understand things. The mercenary leader who raised me taught me nothing beyond how to wield a sword. I had nothing but this. I don't want to die. But just because I didn't want to die, just because I didn't want to know more than how to use this, I kept fighting in battles. And maybe, more than anything, I've always tried to leave the most essential reason for fighting up to other people. Guts, you... hell, too much talking for me. What was I rambling about? Why the hell did I tell you all that? Pathetic. Back at you. Guts, you don't mean... Don't tell me you're leaving the Hawks. Walks away. Like I said, I'm fighting till the end of this campaign, even if I have to crawl. And then, afterwards... Guts! Casca! Griffith's come back! He said he heard you two were safe and advanced his schedule a day. Guts and Casca give each other a look. Guts smirking back at her. Griffith returns to the camp. Captain Guts. Yo. I'm sorry, Griffith. Everyone had to deal with a mess because of me. Pushing myself when I wasn't well and going to the front was my mistake. Doing so exposed the men of my unit to danger, not just them either, Guts and his raiders too. I'm not qualified to be a commander. Whatever punishment you... Guts going like, Casca, slap some sense into you. She's like, yeah, what was that for, jerk? To Griffith's surprise as well, pushing them closer together. Welcome back. Come on, let's go toss one back. You really up to it, Captain? The booze will disinfect me, moron, but hey, who cares? Celebrate the 100-man kill, eh? What's wrong? Nah. Was he... serious? As he smiles with his band. A nice little pan away to show the camp. Time has passed. We are back again to the Tudor Empire stronghold of Doldry, where the text just got very tiny all of a sudden. A message! Reporting! Our army's casualties are very high. The only unwounded men left are at headquarters. How could this be? How could the White Tiger Knights, one of Midland's two greatest forces, be so easily... Doldry, it's nigh impregnable. Reporting. What now? roughly 1,000 riders from the main gate of the enemy fortress. They're charging in the direction of our headquarters. It can't be. Tudor's most powerful knights. The Holy Purple Rhino Knights. These goddamn groups. These goddamn knights. And that is the end of Campfire of Dreams. So Campfire of Dreams is probably one of my favorite moments of the story so far. It's also one of my favorite moments in the that was in the anime, Guts and Casca coming together and having some character development, mixed with a lot of great action scenes, but a lot of good character scenes there. Good growth of characters, and that Bonfire of Dreams speech is so damn good. It's incredible. So that brings Campfire of Dreams to an end, and I believe I get so lost in reading these chapters in a good way. Like you get lost in it all, and it's great. But I need to remember. I'm pretty sure this was this was the last chapter that we are reading in this episode. So that'll bring this episode to a close, guys. Thank you so much for reading and listening along with me to the Berserk manga, chapters 18 to 22. So we'll be continuing on next time with the next chapter. I can't wait to see this story continue. We'll be going up against the Holy Purple Rhino Knights. And we'll be seeing more of that. So, guys, again, thank you so much for tuning in. The support's been great. I hope you've been enjoying the recent chapters, and I will see you next time.